Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Terra Invicta on patch 0.4.90 in this Resistance playthrough. At the very end of the last patch, we queued up our first set of warships. Made these poor suicidal ships have great success. They may not also. We'll find out. We're going to want that at some point, but not for our first-gen ships. Well, so the first-gen ships have just been put in the slipways, so they're not going on that ships. More mines coming online.
Violence is abating.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
The people will come to our side.
I don't suppose unaligned. Yeah. I'm gonna have to take control of the executive to get China to agree to stop being a rival to America. Vision platform kit, we're gonna want it at some point. More mines getting complete.
Any species capable of contacting us would have overcome the petty divisions that plague humanity, allowing them to call out as one voice. We should therefore use all the means at our disposal to demonstrate that we too are a united and harmonious race. Chancellor Li Qingzhao. Archival footage from the International Model UN debate.
Yep. That may be the case, but that does not necessarily mean they're reaching out with one united voice. It's just a very hostile voice, let's be fair. So, global text could work in the visible. What do we need for quantum encryption again? Okay, quantum encryption is immediately preceded by quantum computing, which is event atomic manipulation. Okay, so not need to worry about that too much. Is it molecular assemblers for adamantine? Diamonoids. Diamonoids for adamantine, okay. So that's sort of the end game, well, near end game armor there. That's quantum computing again. Oh, as we have everything. Could start working towards Venus. I think that's the way we want to go. It's repair bay. Yeah, we probably want dry holes. Yeah, we probably want to do that next. Okay, in situ resource utilization will go next. And I think this comes from the global, and then you have in situ resource utilization module, which is a project. Contraband scanners, okay, we're not going to worry about that right away.
Lending my expertise.
Don't usually have problems with people getting up onto my tabs. Victor 16 has arrived. Our ships are not ready. We'll see if it even hangs around long for our ships to be ready.
Things are cooling off.
More mines coming on board. How many of our mines do we actually have up? We have 12 of 15 operational mines.
Public sentiment is
And I did queue up all
increasingly with
15,
us.
so we're just waiting for the last 3, basically. Magazine is done. I suppose if the aliens have left, we'll probably try to have our ships go quickly back into port and refit into those new and improved magazine equipment for their missile tubes. But if the aliens are here, we'll engage them. We'll also work on sort of second generation missiles for them. Is that all the mines? Oh, there's all the mines. That's number 15. Okay, and now we have the ability to start using money to make our counselors better. Probably will still grab admin as well here on this guy. Yeah, as long as I'm going to work up towards untouchable. So grab admin. Makes the list a little bit shorter. I can actually go ahead and lose a command on him because we can pick up Force Tracker. So you're the admin one. We'll grab the admin on everyone. And then we'll grab command on you. We'll take command, extra command org off for the moment. Space mining is not super big, but we'll put that on anyway. Next person. Give you your admin. Admin orgs down here to invest in. And you are the persuasion counselor, so none of these are persuasion. So command, science, security, investigation, and espionage. You were the person I was going to train up as investigation, so we'll grab you admin and grab you investigation. Oh, I suppose I can take the you off of you. Put you over here, get you up to 23 persuasion. Actually raise up 2 spots for you. That's 22 espionage. So if we get to the espionage person, do you have an espionage that's also an investigate that you don't want? We don't have anyone in Egypt, otherwise that would be a pretty good one. Could take the 3 off. Just take one of the 2s off. Probably take one of the 2s off. Yeah, we'll take you off. Put you on. And I suppose actually you can pick up a admin as well. And an espionage as well. I mean, you're actually... You do both espionage, investigate, and persuasion, so that's not a bad one for you. Admin, and you are my scientist. Scientist 1. And we're out of money. Okay. So some of these we could sell for money. Like, I probably don't need that command. You've got 2 space. We got no command to put in that. Well, I don't need any more command, right? This guy probably, this point probably wants to just, if we're going for control points, I want persuasion, admin. A little bit more security wouldn't hurt. Or some other orgs that provide things like science. Space science here is not bad. Pay the money, go up to space science. Go scientists will equip the science. Get the money right away. Not really interested in the boost, not interested in the command, so those can stay on the bench for the moment. You might try reaching out to someone at some point to sell those boosts.
Offering counsel.
Things are stabilizing.
Order is returning.
Okay, so it's a good thing to see that before we even got our ships off the slipway, we've already got enough materials to replace them. So they're
Behold
definitely
closely their minds.
sufficiently disposable at the moment.
We've moved the needle.
Now, whether or not we can stomach the retaliation that might come about from using them is a different problem. Okay, Megafauna is running about. Somebody need to go deal with all the the xenoform stuff in China. So we've got access to two of the Chinese armies. So we're going to move you to deal with the Megafauna. Armies arrive and can probably deal with the Megafauna reasonably easy. Just, you know, fighting kaijus in Chinese cities is not necessarily good for the Chinese cities. Or the poor army men fighting the kaiju. Okay, you're gonna get done reasonably quickly. When are our ships gonna be done? They were in the queue, right? 49 more days.
Offering assistance.
Wave of fear. We must not surrender ourselves to fear. And there goes North Korea, which is fine. We didn't need that anymore. We did what we needed with it.
Things are stabilizing.
The people will come to our side.
There's the new generation of missiles. I suppose I could put the second generation those drives on, but I don't think we want to. Let's work on the radiator. No, let's not work on the radiator. Gotta maximize the tech efficiency here. Oh, we probably want to put in defensive array for the space station.
The people will come to our side.
Yeah, transnational will let us get into more of China. That's tempting to grab earlier. I can see even the armies that I don't control in China have gone in ahead and dealt with, or arrived to deal with the kaiju. Go in the ship designer. Ship class. We're gonna upgrade this one. We have new hull weapons. So the old crates are obsolete. For the moment, I think we're going to swap over to the Copperhead torpedoes. So from crates to Copperheads. And now we also have some utility slots. We've got magazines. Vicar Block 2s, which are a little bit slower, have a little bit less range, but in theory provide a whole lot more DACA, with more missiles to come out the front end of them. So in theory, the game's saying, oh, they're about 2.5 times more deadly than the previous ones, which probably isn't true. They're probably a lot more deadly than the previous ones, but... Ooh, 3% space mining. Put it on you. Probably actually one on you. Yeah. I would give you public campaign, but you already got public campaign. We're not too desperate for influence, I think.
I will help them.
I guess you can skip over the tier 1 with the solar platforms. Yeah, I think that
Violence is abating.
or head the outpost and not the platform. It's set as favorited. One of the two. Caribbean states, yes, keep stabilizing the Caribbean states. There's the point defense arrays. Did I favorite the power plant I wanted? Gas core, yes. Let's put that in the queue. That's at least not going to stack up with the nanotube here.
Violence is abating.
Repeat, before I forget, we go up to Scipio up here. We'll go ahead and point defense array requires 10 power. Which we don't have surplus, so we slap in another solar collector and the point defense array. In theory, I have enough to run 2 point defense arrays, but we'll leave the last slot open for solar power array when we research that. Okay, so when that's done, in theory, it has the ability to at least defend itself against the average space rock. I don't think it's going to stand up to the
We're
alien
winning
spaceships.
their hearts and minds.
All of us here take water for granted each and every day. Yet, no matter how humanity might evolve over the centuries to come, one thing will never change. Everything we are and everything we do depends upon water. Chancellor Li Qingzao, Public Lecture, Xi'an Jiaotong University.
Okay, and the game has decided, because the Protectorates took control of that we're doing railguns next, which is probably true. I should probably do railguns next. Not because I want railguns, but because we want coil guns, which require you to have railguns. Though even that's way down the tech tree. We're not... That's going to be like 2nd, 3rd generation ships. When we're going to put guns on the front of the ship. Early on, just getting lots of missiles to chuck at people is usually the way to go. 19, 18, 4, 12, 9. Okay, so nothing really to interact with there. Unless I'm going to throw money at them to improve their stats. You've got admin. Did I get around to giving you admin? I think so. Intelligent assistant. Yeah, everyone's got the intelligent assistant. Maybe an argument to come around with the data jack for the +3 science income, +1 science on the counselor. Where we can, because science is good. We got stuff to research, so more research gets those things done faster, yes. 24th of October. So 2 months out, we'll get nanotube. So the next wave of ships will presumably be lighter and faster and quicker, because we'll save on the armor.
Offering support.
And Iran has developed the bomb. Well, there's aliens about. I don't exactly blame them. Okay, we're gonna want that at some point. Don't like dry holes.
Things are cooling off.
Things are cooling off.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
One of our warships done. Megafauna is destroyed. Good to see. Defeated the alien megafauna. I think technically that is a requirement to get a tech that makes it easier to defeat them. It's to fight them with 6 days. Victor 36 is in orbit. Okay. Path all armies home. Yeah, there we go. Necrox would be. So, yes, we now have a Megafauna corpse, so we can now go, hey, we can learn better ways to kill them. 25 bonus damage to Megafauna. Or 25% bonus damage to Megafauna. Two days. You can grab more admin. We'll hold off on spending the money just in case we want to assign org that costs money. You don't have government, so you can't take the NSA. Fair enough. You have government, so you could take the NSA. If you've got space. How much space do we have? Okay, so we can take you off and move you over, but we also want the investigator over here, so that's probably not what we want to do. Could temporarily take off one of the mission control boosters with someone else. That way, yeah, that would give you enough for the NSA. That would also give you more espionage, which is kind of the whole stick for what I've got you for. 5 mission control, 5 mission control. It probably wants to be one of those two. Anyway, taking you off and pushing you on. No space to really put anything. Well, we got 1 space. We need 2 to do something with that. We'll come back to that. Let's roll those 2 days. Sanctions on Sudan. Yeah. Skunk works. Yes, we're gonna want that. Okay. And we now have Romium 1 with 4 ships. Now we go pull the tiger's tail. Oh, there's 3 ships there. I don't think we can take 3 ships with 4 ships. We need more ships. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we can take 3 ships with 4 ships. That's a bigger fleet than I was hoping. I was hoping for a little bit less than that. So let's deselect this for the moment. So I got 2 options. I can either build another ream of ships. For example, I could jump up to the 2nd generation ships, get a batch of these out in 90 days. Or I could do a refit of the existing ones, which takes 18 days. I'm still not sure if that is going to be enough firepower. Just refitting them. We may still want to do that. Yeah, let's do a quick refit on our existing ships, because they've come off the production line obsolete. Is basically the good way to describe that. And then in case we need more, because we probably need more, slap another ream of 4 out behind them. Which, to be honest, by the time they're out, they're probably also obsolete, but, you know.
Lending my expertise.
That's our emerging space technology here. We're making ships only to make them obsolete at this point. Yeah, space platform has some
Things are
defense capacity against space debris.
We have moved the needle.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, we didn't need that anyway, we'd already abandoned it. Okay, 15th of October, so not this cycle, but next cycle, we'll have Nano2 armor. We'll also have gas core fission, which we won't be able to upgrade the ships directly into. But I think it is also going to be lighter than the solid core that we're currently running for our reactors. Lightening the ship. Or lightening the next generation of ship.
I will help them.
Okay, they got renamed to Romeo 9, so these guys are back out and about. Again, there's I don't think 4v3 is a good idea. Okay, there's three aliens here right now. They're carrying out a surveillance mission. We don't want them to do that, but I think we still want to succeed, right? So I think I need like 6 ships. We're building 4 at a time, so we're gonna have 8. We may have a problem, and we'll find out if that will be a problem. Whether or not they will actually stand and fight with 8 showing up, but we're going to show up with 8, because I think I want to show up at least 2 each. 2 ships for each enemy target. More orgs is tempting. Honestly, I probably waited too long to get this. Grab solar array. That would allow us to run a little bit denser on our one space station here over Earth for the moment. And then admin nodes we're going to want at some point for, if it's in low Earth, I think it provides control points. Otherwise, I think it just primarily gives you mission control. So I'm not good mission control. This is at least improving various efficiencies. I think we're going to do a solar panel here. Actually, yes, we'll do solar panel here, and then we'll go skunkworks. Because I'm going to need the solar array to power the skunkworks. That makes sense. And then as soon as nanotube's done, we're going to do the armor upgrade on the ships. And we'll do the third generation of ships in the design.
Order is returning.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
There's a nanotube armor. We're going to follow that up with the nanotube filament radiator. And then ship class, we're going to upgrade the block 2s. I know if I do a power plant swap here, this is going to be invalid refit. Probably fine. This is going to also be an armor upgrade. I suppose I can do a double mod of this, right? So we can do one where we've done the armor upgrade, and one when we do the power plant upgrade and do them separate upgrades. And then we can come back here and do this one. And this one will just be the armor upgrade. So at this point, these guys, this first generation just doesn't exist anymore. Obsolete, hide the obsolete. We've got 4 of these, we've got 4 more of them coming out. Right now, they will have to be upgraded to Block 4s if we're upgrading them. If they get destroyed, we'll build Block 3s, because the Block 3s are just going to be better. Yeah, that's how we're going to work there with those. The aliens slowly move through the asteroid belt, getting closer and closer. One thing we could do with the ion drives is we probably do have enough thrust. We could go out to those bases, and we could give those bases a bad day. The aliens would probably turn around and give our bases a bad day. That's the reason we're not going to necessarily do that right away, but we could do that. Some more space mining wouldn't hurt too much. Gonna grab you. Okay.
Offering counsel.
Self-driving vehicles. If we ever actually decide to invest in the economy, that's what we want. But we're working on sustainability, so we don't cause severe global warming.
Things are cooling off.
There we go. Alien
Prepping
number
for next
1
mission.
teeing itself up for
Violence is
being
a
shot.
We have
My
moved
current
the
plan right
needle.
now is we're going to engage an alien warship, blow it up, and then we're going to engage an alien and acquire a body to study.
We've moved the needle.
And then we're going to suffer the consequences for doing those, because those are probably going to happen back to back. Iran is proposed to end its war. Sure. That probably means we lose our +2 from war. Yeah. Allow for anti-alien factions. Pay 5 ops. Reduce xenoforming. Yeah. Political division. Gain democracy. Invest in social programs. Invest in training, education, defense spending. We'll take a little bit of the democracy.
Ready for orders. Investigating alien site.
Is
Where
that
to?
the only alien to investigate right now? Yes.
Reporting in. Eyes up.
I'm here.
So didn't you around killing some of the xenofauna? Yeah, okay.
Taking it to them.
Operative. Give you a little more admin. Oh, I suppose the command one here also provides control cap. Which we've already done on you. Haven't done on you, so go ahead and grab Gator Jack. Horse Tracker. A little bit more science and a little bit more control cap. Okay, you're on the 13th of November, so it'll be this cycle. The ships are 65 days out, so it'll be sometime in the new year when we try to start a fight.
Initiating recon.
Offering assistance.
We can speculate about where these bloody...
Okay, they did Fall of Empires. I really don't want to investigate or help with Fall of Empires. I'm just going to ban it in helping that. If they want it, they can have it. We'll work fully on atomic, advanced atomic manipulation then. Victor 16 is still the only fleet out there. And we don't have any more aliens expected inbound. There are aliens out there, like 15, but they're going after like the asteroid belts.
The people will come to our side.
There's the solar array. With that, we could, in theory, pretty quickly get the power we need for the Skunk Works, so we'll grab Skunk Works Tech next. That gives another project slot as well, which would be good. We're going to go up to Scorpio Station. And in Scorpio Station, we're going to build a solar array. That will be up there in 60 days. Once that's done, I can then start disassembling lesser solar collectors, making space for other things. European Union is attacking Bangladesh. Sure. We gain a little bit more cohesion with America.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Here's what we found.
Light railguns. We're not gonna, at least not this early, gonna go railguns. We'll see if something comes up and we're like not on coil guns or something by the time we're done with what we're doing. That module has its construction modules. Okay. So if something goes wrong over at Mars, we should be able to replace the mines quickly enough. As long as it's not a Mars-wide wipe. Interesting. I was kind of hoping we'd find an alien. We haven't done anything really to boost the detection
Ready
on
for my
aliens
mission.
yet. And
What's
apparently
the
they're not
up?
doing stuff back to back. Since America, we'll invest a little bit of ops here to get a little bit
Gear
more
up.
effective.
Standing by for orders.
Anyhow, we'll do one more
Initiating
surveillance
surveillance.
location, see if we can find them. You've got 2 slots. Technically, you're the espionage person, so you won't really want a 2-slot espionage. You got 2 slots, so I can put the mission control on you. Yeah, still got Victor 16 out there with no expected inbounds. If we get an inbound and we get like a solo ship come in, we're gonna jump it with the 4. It's basically what's gonna happen.
On Overwatch.
Civil location complete.
Offering support.
So if the alien's doing anything in any adjacent territories, there's a decent chance we find it. Though it would be better if we had more investigate. That's probably something I should do in the investigative council.
We've moved the needle.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed, but apparently there's still more xenoforms in the area.
Target secured.
What the Doctor means is that he has convinced atoms to emulate a Spartan phalanx. Just as those ancient warriors locked their shields together to protect one another, these atoms combine into unbreakable armor. Colonel Hans Castillo, touring a classified R&D facility in Tierra del Fuego.
Yep, he has some good quotes. Not many of them are true, but he's got good quotes. Give him that. Okay, magnetic force manipulation is next. We need that for the rail cannon, the better rail cannons. I think technically it's also needed maybe for the... Well, superconducting magnets is coil guns as well, so it is required for the coil guns. And we lost a point in Mexico, which is fine. We didn't really have the control points to control that Mexico point, so we'd already had it cracked down. Our points are coming off of Crackdown, that's what's happening. Okay, so crack the Mexico one back down. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna find that alien, at least not this time around.
Making our case.
We're not really investing in government, so that's not super valuable. Not that we need the control point either. So we'll just leave that slot open in case we get a better pick later. And we'll go and do a quick check. Still Victor 16. I suppose I could start a fight with the Protectorate, but that's not the enemy of my objective right now. Victor 16 is still here. When these ships are done, we'll probably engage it. 56 rallying with 6. 6 isn't here, so that's not a problem. Skunk Works. I was about to say 23rd of January. Actually, that is the upcoming January. Okay, so that's good. These are good. Maybe not as big of an improvement as the armor upgrade, but pretty good.
Offering assistance.
Gas core fission reactor 2. Yes, because we want to get to the burner drive, and that's one of the ways we get to burner drive.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
By the numbers.
Keep killing the Xenofauna.
Their defense was too strong.
I suppose I could probably send the armies after the Xenofauna as well. So we can minimize the likelihood we run into a kaiju problem again. And a bunch of our minor stuff came after Crackdown. Okay. Apparently it was all so worthless that they just let me keep it. Wasn't prepared for that. I was hoping they'd take those off of me, but they didn't. Nanotube filament will be done soon. Quartz drive is required for the light bulb drive, so we want that as well. Nano factory. I don't think we're that desperate for money, but
Offering
that's in
counsel.
the possibility. To be fair, that's actually also the upgrade of the construction modules I've set up. So we'll want them at some point.
We are winning their hearts and minds.
Continue.
Public sentiment is increasingly with us.
Target secured.
Score 1 for the good guys.
Not filament. So, what to do next? Could do the grid drive, which would be the sort of straight upgrade of the existing engine type, and probably what we'll want for our colony ships. Oh, composites armor is probably out. Not interested in you anymore. There's probably some other stuff down here I can fully unhide. Was that the quartz drive that I just picked up that I was thinking is a requisite for an engine drive? Yeah, let's take that. And then that's actually a ship redesign, so let's come up, redesign our ships. So if we're upgrading on you, the power plant, the radiator is getting upgraded, and to filament. So that is the upgrade of the 3 there, I believe. And, okay, not a big savings because not super power hungry on that model. We can also do the same thing here. Upgrade that. Go back to ship class. So 4A is an upgrade on 3, 5 is an upgrade on 4. And yeah, you can see we're saving a decent amount of like nobles. The ship is lighter. It doesn't make a big difference on these low energy ones as much. But then that basically means you're obsolete and you're obsolete. Obsolete before even being built. My point in Mexico, which is good. Didn't really want it back anytime soon. Alien fleet launching for low Mars orbit. Okay, so here's the aliens getting impatient with me being stealthy and are coming for my base, probably. Though I suppose they could be coming from someone else's base, but most of Mars is me, so they're probably coming for me. Okay, so we're gonna get ships are gonna be ready to go in 4 days. Do we have anyone on orbit? Victor 16, and it's 3 ships once more. Okay. So in 4 days, we will be engaging them most likely.
Going in hot. I will help them.
Technically, he is more of a supervillain, but he's still my favorite. He's a survivor. He's uncompromising, and he does whatever he must to achieve what he believes in. Cool helmet, too. Colonel Hans Castillo.
That's my negative force, which they put into quantum computing, which is kind of what I wanted anyway, so hopefully we can keep control of this. We can do quantum encryption next, which is what we want next. The fleet is ready. Take me there. Romeo 9 with 6 combat ships. Your task, assuming Victor 16 does not evade, is engage Victor 16. Engage. To battle we go. Okay, so we're adopting a high wall at maximum approach velocity. So what are we facing? Flare Star, Red Star, and Luminous Class Corvette. One of them is in the back, the other ones are up close. So let's try 2 tubes on you. 2 tubes on you. 2 tubes on you, and an extra 2 for the guy in the back. Yeah. Extra for the one in the back, please. There we go. And if I can select everyone, now that we have much steering, intercept course, full speed ahead, and engage. This will either be a successful fight or an incredibly disappointing one, I suspect. First sets of tubes away. Frontal armor is holding reasonably against the missiles. Question is, does the missiles have enough Delta V to line up an actual hit? No. Okay, all tubes are empty. So that's either effective or completely ineffective. Okay, we might have to swap over torpedoes for them because apparently we didn't have enough Delta V to get the missiles to hit the flying carriers. Is probably the best way to describe that. I think we might have enough missiles to hit this one here. There we go. Yeah, didn't get close enough for the missiles to hit the flankers. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve the battle at this point. And yeah, we get everything destroyed, we killed one. Well, we have an answer to whether our ship designs work, and the answer is they don't. They do not. Okay, so... was it you who's running the gas core? Yeah. So, 2 is obsolete, 5 is obsolete. Hello, Twitch chat. I see the 07 you just put in chat. We're gonna try to do that again with better ships this time, hopefully. So Copperhead missiles are out. We need something with a little bit more Delta V. At least the deaths lower the hate meter. Yeah, hopefully it offsets the hate meter enough for the one we blew up. We're gonna swap for some autonomous torpedoes here from the missiles. And yeah, these should perform at least as well as the last batch, and they're a little bit faster and a little bit more maneuverable, use a little bit less fuel. They're gonna take the same amount of time to build though. Save design. 4B. And of course 4A is effectively now obsolete. Or 90 days for those to build.
The people will come to our side.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
The LZ is secure.
Skunk Works. Done. Okay. Let's pick up some targeting computers, so we have a little bit less likelihood to be have our weapons jammed. And then if we go up to the station, we have in Earth orbit. Solar power is done. So we should have enough surplus power that we can go ahead and throw in a Skunk Works with fairly minimal problems. Yeah. Okay, I need... Actually... No. Okay. Upgrade. Oh, and there's no way to cancel the decommission. Oh, that's fine. We'll get the Skunk Works in. We'll then start to work on improving some of the solar collectors one by one.
The LC is secure.
They'll all be so busy fighting down here that they...
Okay, that's done. Self-repairing software. Anything for rapid chip building, DNA stuff. Okay. Okay. You're badly enough damaged. I'm going to tell you to cancel the hunt. I think you're in reasonably friendly territory, so you should start recovering. Actually, you, same thing. Go into council. Hunt. You go.
We're going in.
Second infantry. You can keep going if you want to.
Lending my expertise.
Our cause is unjustified to them.
The people will come to our side.
Okay.
Score 1 for the
A
good
bit of a
guys.
disappointment as far as the first space battle goes. We did kill one alien ship, but I think we're going to go ahead and probably end the part as soon as this turn ends.
Target remains operational.
Visit you. You can go home. You can regenerate. But yeah, as soon as this counselor cycle is done, I think we are going to call it for the stream. Hopefully in the next one we will go ahead and actually win a space battle against the aliens. Because then for a little while I'll take a break from blowing the aliens up so that we can actually develop some space science to rapidly raise our science income. Because I don't think it's going to be particularly long, and we should be able to build fleets that can actually defend Mars/Earth. Yeah, so I think this is a good place to put the part break in. We'll pick up where we left off next time. If you're watching on YouTube, that should be tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is the end of this stream. The way I do streams is I change up the game every night, but I cycle between 4 games until we finish up the runs on those games. Tonight was Terra Invicta. We did get the mines up. We did attempt one attempt at getting rid of an alien fleet. Get a first victory on the aliens. Sadly, while we did destroy one ship, our missiles lacked the Delta V to get the other 2. Had they not, I think we probably would have won that space battle. So, future, I think the next wave we should succeed. It may take a few more torpedoes than it would have otherwise missiles, but I think we should succeed in the next one. We'll see if the aliens bring more fleet in as we build up fleet. Because I think 4v3, hopefully the torpedoes should be enough. Definitely the 4 missile 2s going up against the guy in the back was plenty. Probably only need like 2. The stream tomorrow will be Field Glory Empires. We're going to continue the Sparta run in that attritional war against Persia. The night after that will be XCOM, where I'm going to try to see if I can not get TPK'd every 4th mission. The odds in the previous stream were not going particularly well for that, but we'll see if we can improve on that. The stream after that will be a continuation of the sort of Prussia Super Germany game. We're going to see how high we can get that standard of living up while still continuing to expand into colonial regions. Spreading our multiculturalism and healthcare to Africa, mostly. The day after that, which will be 4 days, will be the return to this game in Terra Invicta. where, again, hopefully we will go ahead and be able to strike one alien fleet. I'm also hoping we've definitely got the resources going at this point. So, at least as long as I'm keeping the ships short range, right? So defending Mars or defending Earth orbit, which only needs like 12 delta V. We can generally basically build as quickly as the shipyard can supply. So we can definitely do some very rapid ship expansion. I can probably do some rapid... Once we think we've got something that can actually fight the aliens, we can probably do some rapid development of research labs around Earth, which will quickly raise our capacity to do more research, to get better tech, to fight the aliens better. So hopefully that snowball starts soon. This is February 2028. I'm not very good at the game, as the fact that I've kind of struggled with space warfare. It's usually the early space warfare that I do okay with. Although I made the mistake of bringing missiles to a fight I need to bring torpedoes to, so we'll see if the torpedoes fix that problem. They probably will. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, this is probably your last opportunity to get any comments responded to before I bring the stream down. So if you've got any comments, feel free to leave them now. If there's anything you want to see inside the game, also go ahead and leave me a comment. And I can go look at that for you. If you're watching on YouTube, same sort of thing. I'm going to put a save in as soon as I end the recording here. So if there's something you want to see, I can always go make a short video of it and put it up like under the shorts or something for you to see. And I think that's going well. From a diplomacy standpoint, we have non-aggression pacts with every alien or every human faction that is not pro-alien. And even the pro-alien factions, okay, we're technically at war with the servants, but we haven't really got into any engagements with them, except maybe on sort of instigating stuff on planet Earth. Yeah, definitely time for Leo stations. As soon as I think I can get a spaceship that can reliably get to the stations before they get attacked by the aliens, I'm going to just start building Leo stations back to back to back. And tech-wise, so if you're wondering where that's coming from, YouTube, Twitch chat put in a question. Definitely time for Leo stations. The thing that I think I want is, what? Quartz drive, I think, is the prerequisite for light bulb. Light bulb's probably going to get me ships that are engines that are fast enough to push MC2 ships around. Gas core 2 is going to get me into burner. Burner is probably efficient enough to get the MC1 ships around. And now that means I'll probably have ships that I can get to intercept aliens that jump the Leo space stations. At which point, then, yeah, we're going to be building Leo space stations. And I suppose that's a question. How much of Leo is open? Or am I going to have to start stealing stations from other people? Okay, there's 7 spots open in low Earth orbit 2. To take more than that, we're going to start seizing assets. And honestly, once we think we've got enough to intercept the aliens, one thing to do is to actually just go ahead and seize Servant and Protectorate assets. Yeah. Well, to some degree, they've already... So Twitch is saying, securing sites in Leo with base station cores is a good idea, even if you can't defend them. As the smaller stations, the less hate generates, but taking over Leo spots can be a pain, especially if the factions are cluttered up. Yeah. That's definitely a possibility. And to some degree, like, I want to get in here and basically dominate the Leo spots before too many of the factions that I don't want to fight have spots. Some degree, I think, again, a lot of the people that we don't want to fight, I might be able to do diplomacy with. I might be able to say, go ask the Protectorate, hey, can I have your station? That's not going to be cheap, but right now these stations aren't profitable to them, right? Oh, it's costing them money, fuel, and what are they getting from it? They're getting nothing. So they'll probably sell that to me if I go ask them for nicely for it. The only stations which aren't going to agree to that are the Protectorate ones up here and the Servants. So I'm going to have to show up and shoot them, but I think if we're at the point where we can fight the aliens off to protect stations, we can go fight the servants and protectorates for their stations. And then the big one is also having the capacity to go shoot up alien stations when they start putting theirs up. But yeah, that's going to be the plan for the next Terra Invicta stream, which will be in 4 days. And if you're watching this on YouTube, that probably will be in your past. So if you don't have the patience to wait for the next stream, you can probably go sneak over to Twitch and watch the non-live VOD. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time, and catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.